Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
A law to crack down on unlicensed child care providers passes the Missouri House. Also, repair work gets underway Monday at the Redmond Creek recreational area. Plus, a portion of a major highway in southeast Missouri will be closed starting Monday night. All of these stories, and will we have a sunny springtime Easter?
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fred Dawkins. Here's the top stories we're working on this hour for you. State Representative Linda Black reports the House passed Sam Pratt's law this week as an amendment to the ominous Crime Prevention and Public Safety Bill. The Monterey Democrats sponsored the legislation to crack down on unlicensed child care providers.
The bill has evolved. It now is very simplified to the point that if an event such as what happened to baby Sam Pratt occurs, then the judge would have the ability during the bonding portion of the hearing to be able to say a condition of bond is that you cannot keep children if your bond and your charges are pending from abuse, neglect, or fatality of a child.
The law is named after 3-month-old Sam Pratt, who died of non-accidental head trauma at the Iron County home of an unlicensed child care provider. Sam's babysitter, Martha Jane Ferris, is scheduled to stand trial June the 5th on charges of abuse of a child resulting in death and involuntary manslaughter. Well, now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at our first weekend forecast. Dustin?
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. Temperatures in the 60s right now, like in Festus at 61, 60 in St. Genevieve, 61 in Fredericktown, Ironton right now at 64 degrees, as well as in Van Buren. Here in southeast Missouri this evening, we're going to continue to see clear skies, plenty of sunshine by 7 p.m., 57 degrees, 51 by 9, and clearing skies continue with temperature around 47 degrees by midnight. What's in store for you weekend? It's going to be a nice one. I'll give you all those details coming up later in weather.
The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers at Wapapello Lake will begin rehab work on the Redmond Creek recreational area Monday. Park Ranger in charge, Doug Nichols, says the project will repair damage caused by last year's flooding.
Our entrance to Redmond Creek was the overflow spillway, and that entrance was washed out when the water went over the emergency spillway, the overflow spillway. Since that time, we put in a temporary access using what was the original entrance to the area. What we're now doing is upgrading it to meet our required standards.
Nichols says the project includes road widening, improving the entrance to Redmond Creek from T Highway, and changes to the visitor center area. Now, the first phase of the project is expected to be completed in 1 month. While the vehicle access road will be closed, the area will remain open to foot traffic. Nichols says the project's total price tag is estimated at $400,000 to $500,000. Well, next week marks the annual Spring Cleanup Week in Farmington. The Ward 1 pickup will be Monday, followed by Ward 2 on Tuesday, 3 on Wednesday, and 4 on Thursday. Farmington Public Works Director Larry Lacey says spring cleanup items should be left on the curb by 7:30 in the morning.
Don't put out anything that's larger than what 2 men can pick up, and don't put out anything that can't go to the landfill, because that's where we have to go with these products that we pick up. No yard waste, no construction waste.
Lacey adds that appliances must have compressors removed. If the crew is able to complete a ward on its assigned day, they will return the next morning at 7:30 to complete the pickup. Lacey also notes there is no callback day planned this year. A man accused of kidnapping and rape will be back in court May the 2nd. The preliminary exam for 51-year-old Stephen Rendelman was set during a court appearance Thursday. He's facing 8 charges in connection with an alleged kidnapping and rape March 17th in Advance. Rendelman is accused of taking a woman from a bar to a nearby cemetery and raping her. Now, according to the probable cause statement, when a Stoddard County Sheriff deputy caught Rendelman in the act, he tried to run down the deputy with his truck. Rendleman is being held without bond in the Stoddard County Jail. Now, if convicted, he faces life in prison without parole. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, a small section of a major highway will be closed starting Monday night. That story coming up on 18 Eyewitness News.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins, Dawn Arnold, Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp, and Jeremy Martin with sports. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
Starting Monday night, Highway 67 under the Route 221 overpass in Farmington will be closed. During this time, crews will replace the bridge deck. Missouri Department of Transportation resident engineer Jason Williams says the highway will be closed Monday through Friday from 9 at night until 5 in the morning.
The contractor will have flagger-controlled stations in place at the ramps, and traffic will exit US 67 and use the ramps to go over the interchange and get back on 67 on the other side of the interchange. So 67 lanes are actually closed, but there will be a route around the construction so that people can continue on 67.
Williams says traffic on Route 221 will have 2 lanes at all times during the project. Weather permitting, the bridge deck replacement is expected to take about 3 weeks. A Dexter woman is facing up to 7 years in prison after pleading guilty to drug possession after her granddaughter overdosed on prescription medication. 44-year-old Carla Lutz was babysitting her 16-month-old granddaughter last November when the child accidentally swallowed some of Lutz's pills. Now, when authorities searched her home, they found a hydrocodone pill and 5 penicillin pills, all without a prescription. Lutz pled guilty Wednesday to possession of a controlled substance. She'll be sentenced May 16th before Judge Stephen Sharp in Stoddard County Circuit Court. A Terre-de-Lac man will spend 7 years in prison on heroin possession charges and violating probation. 28-year-old Brandon Byers of Terre-de-Lac was sentenced Wednesday in St. Francis Circuit Court. In February of last year, while on probation for forgery, Byers was pulled over on a traffic stop in which officers found heroin and needles in his possession. The investigation into the counterfeiting began in October of 2008 when Byers passed on a counterfeit $20 bill to a gas station in Park Hills. Well, still to come in today's Your Health segment, mere months from possibly losing a leg to amputation, a man makes a remarkable recovery. How doctors are harvesting and using his own stem cells to treat him. And Dustin Kopp is making a check of our last-minute storm tracker forecast, which is coming up next on 18 Eyewitness News.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. Great weather is on tap for the weekend. Plenty of sunshine and temperatures around normal for this time of year. Rain we will be seeing at the end of next week. Here in southeast Missouri, temperatures right now are in the 60s, 61 in Cape Girardeau as well as in Fredericktown, 61 in Festus, 62 right now in Potosi, 63 in Ellington, Van Buren right now at 64 degrees. Here at the station, we have a temperature of 59 degrees, plenty of sunshine, dew point at 34, humidity at 38% with an east wind about 7 miles per hour. What's in store for your day on Saturday? Plenty of sunshine through southeast Missouri, nothing too bad to complain about. Maybe a chance of rain pushing through late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Pretty much all day Sunday should be nice for your Easter day plans. So for tonight, we'll see lows in the 40s, even some 30s out there. 37 up in Festus, clear skies. 39 in Potosi, 40 down in Ellington and Ironton. 38 for your overnight low in Fredericktown. For tomorrow, pretty much clear skies. We will see a few fair weather clouds. Otherwise, pretty much sunshine. 71 in Potosi as well as in Festus and St. Genevieve. 69 here in Farmington, maybe 70 degrees. 74 in Ironton, down in Piedmont and Poplar Bluff, a high of 72 degrees. For the next several days here in southeast Missouri, again, 69, 70 degrees on Saturday, partly sunny skies. Mostly sunny on Sunday, high of 70. pretty much sunny through the rest of the week until Thursday. Temperatures on Monday, 68 degrees, 61 and 62 on Tuesday and Wednesday. Low 60s by Thursday with mostly cloudy skies, and a chance of rain moves in on your day on Friday with the temperature around 66 degrees. Another look at our weekend forecast here in southeast Missouri. Partly sunny skies on Saturday with a high of 69, low of 45. Sunday, plenty of sunshine, nice Easter day. We will see a high of 70 degrees. That's check out your Storm Tracker weather forecast. Fred, back to you.
This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News with Jeremy Martin.
There were a few high school baseball games played on Thursday despite the weather. Farmington held on to beat Sykeston 3-1. Woodland doubled up Bernie 8-4. Grandview shut out St. Vincent 10-0. North County fell to Poplar Bluff 9-6. And Oak Ridge had no trouble with Meadow Heights 14-3. Veteran reliever Scott Linebrink returned to St. Louis on Thursday to have a scan taken of an area near his right shoulder, the results of which are expected to land the right-hander on the 15-day disabled list. Linebrink experienced soreness during his final appearance of spring training the day after he signed a major league deal with the Cardinals. Right-hander Victor Marti joined the Cardinals in Milwaukee. Marti, the closer in Class AAA Memphis last season, was one of the final cuts of spring training. He will have to be added to the 40-man roster before being activated to replace Linebrink on the 25-man roster. The St. Louis Blues will fight for playoff position as the season wraps up this weekend. Tonight, the Coyotes invade the Scott Trade Center at 7:30. If the playoffs started today, the Blues would meet the Coyotes in the first round. They are 3-0 against Phoenix this season by a combined score of 11-3. But the Coyotes have been tough on almost every other NHL team while climbing to 7th in the Western Conference standings. The Coyotes are playing lockdown team defense, and Blues coach Ken Hitchcock regards them as a mirror image of his team. After earning just 2 of a possible 6 points in their last 3 games, the Blues are desperately trying to regain their dominant late-season form. Their bid for the President's Trophy, as well as the top Western Conference seed, is slipping away. And on the same day, the NFL heard the Saints' appeals in their hits for cash scandal. A recording of Greg Williams emerged that purports to capture the defensive coordinator telling players to put a lick on 49ers receiver Kyle Williams to see if he had lingering effects from a concussion. A filmmaker who had access to Saints meetings for a documentary on football posted the audio on his website. He made the recording of Williams' speech during a meeting before the Saints lost to San Francisco in a divisional playoff last January, the final game Williams coached before coming to the Rams. Williams, who is suspended indefinitely for his role in overseeing a bounty system that offered Saints defenders payment for painful hits, has not responded to contacts from the media. And that's a look at sports. We'll be back with today's Your Live segment right after this on 18 Eyewitness News.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood? Email us at news@kdkz.tv.
Lots of Easter eggs going to be dyed, lots of them are going to be hid, and lots of them won't be found till next year at this time. What's your plans?
I think if they're not found, then the birds will get them, or if they're real eggs, I guess.
Not true.
Not true.
Back when my children were little, I hid Easter eggs outside like all parents do, and thought they'd found them all. The next year, there were still a couple left under some bushes.
Really?
Yeah, nothing, no varmints got them or anything.
Wow.
And
were they real eggs or were they?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And they were still in the shell, intact, everything, but we didn't try to eat them.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't do that. Well.
But anyway, what's the Easter forecast looks like, Dustin Kopp?
Easter forecast is looking great. We may see a chance of some rain late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. It's not looking too drastic, but by the daytime hours on Sunday, we should pretty much sunshine for pretty much southeast Missouri. So really Sunday's forecast is perfect for Easter.
All right, looking forward to it. We hope that you folks out there have a wonderful and blessed Easter. Keep in mind the reason that we celebrate this Easter season. Have a blessed weekend, everyone. God bless you.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Newswatch is next.